Hello there. In this video, I offer a simple 3-step guideline on what a small business owner should keep in mind when planning to train and develop their team and to get them to work for you so that you can grow your business. I'll be right back. Welcome back. My name is Raymond Huan, and if you own a business, you're interested in business, or you wish to learn more about the tips and tricks on how to operate a business better, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button that you see before you right now. For a business to grow, we need to work with the resources that we have access to in order to achieve that growth. One of the key resources in any business is the people working in the business itself, your team. That's right, you are dependent on them for the success of your business as much as they are dependent on you for leadership and for guidance. In order to cater for growth and take advantage of it when it happens, everyone in your team has to have the right skills and the right attitude towards growth. And training is one of the factors that will help ensure this. Why train? Because when we stop learning, we stop growing. And this is why it is important to continue training everyone in the business. Here are 3 important steps that I believe small business owners should consider seriously when discussing employee training and preparing their team for company growth. What does your team need to learn? Categorize these gaps into short-term and medium-term and long-term gaps and look into and fill them accordingly. What skills or knowledge do your employees need to learn immediately, perhaps in the next 6 to 12 months? What skills or knowledge would they need to learn in the next 12 to 18 months or medium to long term? And what kind of skills do they need to learn? Full stop. Are these hard skills or soft skills? Hard skills are specific teachable abilities that can be defined and measured, such as the ability to use software programs that you may be using in your business. But by contrast, soft skills are the less tangible and harder to quantify skill sets such as customer service and leadership skills. Identify how you will address these gaps. How will you train your employees for such skills and the knowledge that they need to learn immediately? Will they learn on the job? Or will there be someone mentoring them? Or would you be bringing someone in from the outside? Will they be shadowing or learning from someone already performing a similar task or process? Or will you be expanding their knowledge and skills through cross-training? Does your organization have someone in-house who can teach such skills? Or do you need to find a third-party provider for such trainings? Or perhaps even enroll them on an online course? It is interesting to note at this point that while formal courses offered by many educational institutions may seem ideal, some studies have shown that employees tend to learn more from their peers, particularly on skills and knowledge that already exists within your team. Not only that, but by learning from each other on the job, employees get to have leadership and management skill sets required for the particular position as well. So how will you tackle employee training and development in the medium to long term? Will you have an organizational-wide professional development plan? Some organizations assign a training and development champion, someone who is held accountable for helping the organization identify learning gaps and to find an appropriate approach to achieve the organization's professional development goals. How do you sustain your medium to long-term learning goals? Well, the first 2 steps refers to actions or activities that the organization should perform. This last step aims to ensure that any plans formulated and carried out in the short term will be implemented sustainably for years to come. And this makes sure that the skills and knowledge of your staff grows along with your goals. A more important question to ask at this point is, who ensures that the development goals are actually carried out? I mentioned earlier about assigning a training champion, but keep in mind that the training champion only helps identify new or persistent learning gaps and helps the business owner, which is you, find ways to address this. Having only one person accountable for everyone's training and development is not enough. In Deutsche Knowledge Services Incorporated, the financial management back office of Deutsche Bank offices worldwide, every employee is held accountable for their professional development. They are all required to fulfill at least 60 hours of training every year, and the company offers an exhaustive list of hard skills and soft skill sets for training in-house. But employees are also encouraged to take out formal courses online or courses through formal institutions should the in-house training be insufficient. And while the human resources department in that bank is considered as the training champion, every single employee there is also called to be a champion on their own learning and development process. Deutsche Bank is a massive organization, and small businesses do not have the resources to roll out a professional development plan such as theirs. Although, I wish that we could sometimes. But we can take a page from the practice by focusing on what they wanted to achieve. That is to hold employees accountable for every learning by requiring them to be active in their own development within the organization. So what can small businesses do? Well, one regular practice in some organizations are weekly catch-ups with their immediate superior. Managers spend 15 minutes, usually at the end of the week, to chat with their team members, and this can be a form of mentoring. You could also introduce cross-training, where members of your team are assigned to a different task or a different team at regular rotational intervals. The key, however, is to keep your team accountable for their learning. Ask them what they need and what they intend to learn, and get their insight on how they themselves can address the learning gaps. Remember, as your team grows, they will be better prepared to handle the changes that come with the growth of your company. If you're interested to know more about what a business has to go through when facing exponential growth, you can download the first chapter of the book, From 20K to 2 million in 2 years, absolutely free by visiting my website. The chapter talks about the differences between a good and a great business and puts up questions that make you consider how you can turn your business from good to great. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I look forward to speaking with you again very soon.